A lot of you asked how I was doing, and I think that is so sweet of you. And I'm doing good. I think overall, I would say that I am doing pretty good. I think quarantine is very similar to life in that it has a lot of ups and downs, and some good days and some bad days. Overall, I just try to keep a positive mindset, a good attitude, and fill my days with things that make me happy. So far, that's working out well. Okay, next question. How many batches of cookies have you made? Oh man, if there was a theme for quarantine, it would definitely be chocolate chip cookies. I have made so many chocolate chip cookies, probably enough to feed a small army. Okay, so we are on week 11 of quarantine. I've probably made 2 to 3 batches a week, let's say 2. So if I've made 2 batches a week for 11 weeks of quarantine, that is 22 batches of cookies. That is a lot. And let's say each batch was like 12 cookies. So 22 times 12 is 22 times 12 equals 264. So I've made about 264 cookies this quarantine. That's a lot. Maybe I'll do a sugar detox after this, but probably not. Have you ever thought about opening your own bakery? Yes, I definitely have. I have kind of always wanted to have my own bakery, not just a bakery, but kind of like my own brand of baked goods. I find baking so therapeutic, and I love making cookies. And I actually did have my own little side business. It was called Nora's Cookies, and I would make really intricately decorated sugar cookies. I would decorate them with royal icing, and I would spend so much time on them that literally each cookie was like a piece of art. And I just found that I was spending so much time on the cookies, I didn't have enough time to focus on my acting career and other pursuits. So I eventually decided to stop making cookies and focus on my acting career, but I still love baking so much, and I try to do it as much as possible. What is your favorite meal? Oh man, that is so hard because I love food so much, but we had some really amazing sushi the other day, so I will say sushi is my favorite food currently. Caterpillar rolls most specifically. And I also really love Thai food. I love spicy Thai food, curries and drunken noodles and just everything that Thai food has to offer. What is your favorite dish to make and why? So my favorite dish to make probably this quarantine has been pizza. We've made so many pizzas and it's been super fun. I love rolling out the dough. It's super fun and squishy and interactive. It's also a super creative meal because you get to decide what ingredients get put on top. Who doesn't love a delicious, cheesy, homemade piece of pizza? Which year has been the best in your life so far? Wow, that is so tough. I want to say this year. I mean, I know that's kind of controversial, but 2019 was great. I booked a lot of fun projects. I traveled to Shanghai to shoot a commercial for Adidas. But 2020 has been really good too. In January, I went to Morocco to visit my mom and my family there for a few weeks, which was amazing. I ran my first half marathon in Marrakesh, and then in March, I ran my first full LA marathon. I did not think I was going to finish, and I did, so that was a great accomplishment. And obviously now quarantine is happening, and it has been for the past 3 months, but I've just been using it as a time for reflection. And I've actually found a few things that I'm really interested in during this quarantine. I started taking a class online to learn editing, so I'm learning Adobe Premiere Pro, which is great. I've actually discovered that I might want to go back to school to become a therapist. I've always been interested in psychology, and this quarantine has just got me thinking a lot about mental health and our society and the fact that a lot of people are struggling with mental health, and I've always been interested in the way the human mind works and helping people, and so I'm really excited about this new potential career path. What are your next projects? So I actually booked a commercial right before this whole quarantine thing started. Obviously production got shut down because no shoots are happening because of coronavirus. So I'm excited when things start opening up, I'll be able to shoot that commercial and have that project in the works. What do you do in your free time? What have I been filling my time with? I've spent a lot of time in the kitchen these past few months, and it's been great. It really relieves stress, and there's something so soothing about just cooking and baking and getting your hands dirty. So this past month, some things we've made are apple pie, pizza from scratch, We probably made pizza probably a dozen times. I can't even count. Ravioli from scratch, pasta from scratch, a chicken pot pie that was really delicious. Oh, and I tried making boba one day, which turned out to be an epic fail because, you know, they're supposed to be small and round and kind of sweet. And they ended up being really big and kind of chewy and not tasting that well. So I didn't end up posting that video, but I will try to make them again because I do want to figure out how to make it if possible. Aside from adventures in the kitchen, I have been getting into plants a lot lately. I've been trying to propagate new plants out of my bigger ones. I've been going to the nursery a lot lately. I went yesterday and this is my new baby that I got. It's called I'm totally gonna mess this up. Calathea ornata. It looks like the leaves are like drawn on. They seem kind of hard to take care of, but I'm up for the challenge. I have nothing else to do with my time. I've also been listening to podcasts a lot lately. I love podcasts because I can just throw them on and do whatever I need to do around the house. One of my favorites is called We Bought a House with Phineas and Claudia. Look it up, it's really good. Also, Under the Skin with Russell Brand is a really good one. He interviews a lot of cool people, a lot of spirituality, meditation, psychology stuff that I really like. And of course, I've been watching shows on Netflix and Hulu and all those streaming platforms. Midnight Gospel, BoJack Horseman, and I recently got into the show Upload on Amazon Prime. It's really good. I love the concept. If you like magical realism, I think you'll like it. It's kind of similar to The Good Place. And yeah, the main character's name is Nora, so check it out. So that ends the Q&A. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned though, because I'm going to do a DIY lesson of planting this little pothos baby. My heart. So like I said, I've been getting into plants, and recently I've been interested in this thing called propagating. So what that means is if you have a big, nice, healthy plant, you can cut off branches from the plant and put them in water and then wait for them to grow roots. And basically once they grow roots, you can then replant them into soil and you'll create a whole new other plant, which is awesome. So this is a plant that my mom got for me a couple of years ago when I moved into my new apartment in LA. It's super pretty. It's called pothos. At one point I actually thought it was gonna die because it was winter and the leaves were yellow, and I was just really sad that it was gonna die. So I cut off one of the branches because I heard you can regenerate it by putting it in water. So I put the branch in water and it started to grow these crazy roots. Now it's probably been like a year, which is way longer than it needs to grow roots. I think it only needs like 2 or 3 weeks to grow roots, but look at this crazy root spiral that it created. So today I'm going to be replanting my baby pothos into this pot. So first step, I'm just going to fill up my pot halfway with soil. That looks good. Then I'm going to gingerly take out my little pothos. Maybe dig a little hole, put it inside, and then just fill in around the plant with soil. Yay, okay, I am all dirty. And that's all there is to it. It looks so cute. I'm so pleased with it. Hopefully it will grow nice and big and strong like my other plant over there, but I will definitely keep you guys posted on its progress.